Kidnapped, rocking the scene, reviewing old flicks from the 90s. So keen, the VHS Club, they're the talk of the town. Breaking it down, spreading nostalgia all around. Moving and grooving to the synth-pop sound. Their insights so fresh, painting pictures profound. From Pulp Fiction to Clueless, they know it all. The genuine love from movies stands tall. Unfolding memories on that VHS screen, talking about classics like you've never seen. Katie with her charm, Matt with that wit. Together they make the VHS Club legit.
Welcome back to the VHS Club. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Nat.
Pretend Thursday.
Happy Pretend
obviously.
Thursday. Thank you to the Tater Tots. I overdid it yesterday. I got back and I was not in a great headspace. So I'm glad that I personally am glad that we waited so that I was bubbly and happy and not sad face. I did too
Okay,
much.
important news in the chat. We have confirmation that Val has seen it. Val has seen The Hunt for Red October. We are so excited.
So I had a friend who has been binge watching the show, and he's actually going to be on an episode in a few weeks from now. And I won't say his name or spoil yet because I think it'll be fun for him to share this story later. But he's been listening to all the episodes, which is so kind, and binging it, which just makes me so happy. But what he said was he thinks that the VHS in VHS Club should stand for either Val hasn't seen it yet, or Val has seen it. And I think I'm making an official decision right now without Nat's permission that is what VHS stands for in VHS
Absolutely.
Club. So Val, you just got promoted up to I don't even know. I feel like mascot sounds demeaning. So not that, but in that vein where you're you're just always here with us, whether or not you're watching.
Yeah. She's like our
She's the barometer.
yeah.
Can we win Val over? Can we convince Val to watch movies that she clearly has not seen for a reason? That is the goal.
Reason being, she's busy.
She's busy. Yeah. She, unlike us, has a life. Well, before we jump in, because it is Fake Thursday, we're going to do a couple things.
Yes.
I was saying to Nat that I had taken out a whole bunch of my childhood toys because we had Moose on and I was trying to add things into the background. So let's show off some toys. Nat, are you ready for your toys? Because so good. So good.
So I don't remember how it came up, but we were talking about vintage Barbies and they just happened to be in the room next to me. So I'm like, let me go get some of my vintage dolls to show you. So I have Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block.
Perfect. I know him.
So cute. So
I've
cute.
seen him in the real life.
This is Joey.
Yeah, Joey.
His little kicks.
His acid wash jeans and his chucks. Yeah, really do it for me.
It's the acid wash jeans, which is so 80s. Okay, then I have 90s buff Ken. I don't know where his shirt is.
I mean,
and he's bleached blonde, super tanned.
Yep.
He definitely hangs out in Miami in
That's
1989.
Miami Ken. That's Miami Ken. Yeah.
I don't remember. He could be like part of.
Oh yeah,
He is-
that's probably not his
they're
official
hot
name. That's
pink
what I'm
dress
That's what
pants.
I'm calling him.
And he has shiny patent leather shoes,
See those
loafers
before.
with no socks.
Those are
so
perfect. You
Very
don't wear
Don
socks
Johnson.
with those. That's not how that
Not
works.
in Miami.
Not in Miami, yeah. Not in Miami.
And then this is the pièce de
wait.
résistance is-
Did he come with a shirt, or did you remove the shirt for this display?
Oh, I don't know. I
feel
mean,
like
I'm
he needs,
assuming
like, an
he
open
came with a
shirt.
shirt.
Like one of those like snap up, button up shirts, but it's like a little open
can't
because of the
remember.
chest. Because he's like
I
he's
feel
buff
like
Ken.
it was neon polyester, like some sort of day glow color. I don't know. He probably had a shirt back in the 80s. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have this dude.
Okay, get ready to be horrified, friend.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
take a moment,
guys.
breathe.
Prepare for a jump scare. His name is Corey.
All right, Corey. Yep.
I don't know where he came from.
He's one of the
but
Coreys.
This is Corey. He's horrifying.
All right, for
His
those who are
face.
listening, Corey is wearing a Letterman style jacket with a C for
With a
Corey.
C.
But
Yeah.
he looks like Doc from Back to the Future, but younger,
He
but
has
still with white crazy
white
hair.
Crazy hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's coiffed in like this slick back kind of style. It's longish. He also has acid wash jeans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a blue t-shirt and a very scary face. It's not a
Yeah,
Ken
can
face.
you close up on the face? It's the eyes. He's been dead for a while. He's like reanimated. He belongs. Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
Focus.
So Dane
He has
is saying
a very
Jeebers.
hooked, pointed nose.
And Paul
He
is saying
has-
it's nightmare material. It is nightmare material.
It's
Yeah.
nightmare fuel.
Yep.
He has like sharp cheekbones, teeth. His teeth are really noticeable.
Mhm.
Anyway, it's terrifying. Don't know where he came from. I don't know why I still have him because he scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to show Katie that my mom had crocheted or knit this really cute Barbie dress. And I'm like, it's pretty freaking
It's-
awesome. And
yeah.
I would actually wear this dress in
See,
real life.
I don't
Katie,
think
do
you
you want to
should.
knit me in that dress?
I don't think you should put Barbie too close to Corey. Put Corey up on a different
No.
shelf.
She's gonna go with her Miami boyfriend or Joey McIntyre.
Or Joey McIntyre. Yeah, she can hang out with Joey McIntyre.
Hang
Josh
out
is
with Joey
saying his
McIntyre.
sister had a blonde Ken doll when they were kids, but hers had shorts and a t-shirt. So,
Yes. I do also have like the original like Western Ken. He had the
Yeah.
shiny shirt and the cowboy hat and the leather pants and stuff, but
perfect.
I don't know where he is.
I
found
had
those guys
what
instead.
spawned this. So I was
Corey.
showing. I won't show all of mine, but I found my treasure troll, which was like a big deal for me when I was a kid. I got this when I was sick. His hair is like a little bit matted. That's why it's not
Yeah, I
as
don't know if
fluffy as
it's-
it was, but he was like one of my favorites. And so I was Nat and I were chatting, and we got on to the topic of Barbies and Kens, and I was like, I always wondered why my Ken. So I never had a lot of Barbies. I had only a couple, and they were hand me downs from my mom. So I had like Skipper, what I thought was Ken, and then a Barbie, and then I had a couple newer ones that I got as a kid. That's it. That was the extent of them. And I realized when the movie came out that this entire time I've just had Alan. So I wondered why my Barbie, like my Ken, looked a little off, and it's because he wasn't Ken. He's
was a
been Alan
redhead.
all along.
It's just Alan.
He's just Alan. He's just Alan. All right. Well, one more fun thing, and then I promise we'll hop in because we have lots to say about this movie. But I was because typically if you show up late, you're supposed to bring cookies. I didn't do that because I didn't have time. But I did bring Poorly Explained Movies 80s edition. So I'm gonna make Nat. I'm gonna make Nat guess. Let's do 3 of these. See how good Nat is. I have not opened these at all. These could be brutally difficult. or
80s movies. Dear God.
ridiculously simple. So here's the example for you, Nat. Okay, and you can all play along at home. So just put those answers in the chat. Okay, so here's the example. The example is, so these are poorly explained movies. Better, not as good as what you do. You do a better job. So these say, this first one says, a baby's life is forever changed by a watermelon.
Dirty Dancing.
And that one's Dirty Dancing, right? So you
Yeah.
got it. You got it.
Yeah,
All right.
got it.
That's
Yes.
how it's played. Okay.
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 It's not a baby's
Ooh,
life.
these might be difficult. These might be
Oh, no.
difficult. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead.
Is it a movie that I've seen?
I'm gonna skip ahead. Okay, this one's funny, and if it takes too long to get, then we'll just move on to the movie. All right. Okay, so and there's a hint if you and the tater tots can't get this. 4 friends roast a marshmallow together. 4 friends roast a marshmallow together.
Ghostbusters.
Yes. Nice. I would not be as
or is
good
that
at these as
Ghostbusters
Nat.
2?
No, it says Ghostbusters.
It's Ghostbusters? Okay.
Yep,
I
it
can't
says
remember which one the
Ghostbusters.
Marshmallow Man is in, and we just covered that movie too.
Josh is saying that he would never have guessed Dirty Dancing from that description. Josh cannot play this game with us. All right. Okay, this is a movie we've done. Okay.
All right.
A dead police officer still has to work.
A dead police officer.
Still has to go to work. Hint? Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
He's
I
mostly
wanna
metal
know-
now.
Oh, RoboCop! Of course.
RoboCop!
Of course it's RoboCop. Oh, love that movie.
All right, I'm scrolling through to find some fun ones here. All right. Let's
We're
see
working
here. I'm
my
trying to
little
find one
brain
we've
too
done.
hard.
Okay, all right. This one is for you, Nat, but also it's for Dane. So Dane should be able to get this one because I see him here in the comments. All right. A boy becomes a cult leader on his family vacation.
Boy becomes a cult leader. Oh, like this could be so many movies.
We have done this one before. We had guests on for this one, if that helps you. A boy becomes a cult leader on his family
while on
vacation. See, this is fun for me because I wouldn't get any of these, but Nat's good at this stuff. So I bought this game entirely to quiz you all and to quiz Nat. I don't ever want to be asked. Do you want a hint?
Yep, need a hint.
It takes place in space.
In space? Mm-hmm. Did we do any space movies?
We did. We've done some space movies. We had guests on 1984.
1984. Space cult leader.
You're going to be so angry.
I am so angry.
You're so angry. All
I
right.
don't know.
2 out of 3,
I don't
Nat.
know.
This one is Dune. How great was that description? A boy becomes a
cult
leader.
Dune?
We did Dune. He does become a
leader. But it wasn't family vacation. It was not.
Yeah,
his
not
family
really
moved.
They were moving. True.
They moved to go take over the planet. That was misleading.
Disagree with that. Disagree with that description.
Okay, I wouldn't have gotten it.
I mean, it does say that it's another poorly explained movie.
Yes.
So it was poorly explained. All right, well.
If there was any mention of spice.
Now that we've done poorly explained movies, do you want to set us up for tonight's correctly explained movie? What is tonight's movie about?
The Hunt for Red October.
Way to give it away right from the beginning.
How do I explain it? It takes place in 1984. Putin is evil. Still is, and it decides to make a moral war machine, which causes some of his soldiers to want to defect, and the Americans help them defect. Loosely based on something that happened in 1975.
Yes. Paul says it's a movie about a submarine.
Yeah, it's about submarines. It's about really good hearing.
Yeah, there's a lot of
that
sonar.
Should be in the way.
It's a really good hearing. I like it. I'll accept it.
It's a chess game. It's a suspense. It's yeah.
It's one of the few action movies that doesn't have
not a
like
lot of action,
fire explosions. It has like an explosion, sort of.
I would call it a suspense thriller more than an action.
All right, yeah, thriller, dad movie, submarine ASMR, all things.
You know what I found? What I found crazy about this was this movie was wildly popular when it came out. We all watched it. We were kids, we watched it, and as a kid, we loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's not a kid's movie
No.
at all.
No.
It's like, so it goes to show like how the suspense was doled out, and how the plot built, and the wit and the intellect that was used, as opposed to like the action blow 'em up stuff, really made it so engaging that even kids really, really love this movie. Like,
Yeah, it
was,
it doesn't have any.
and it's a Jack Ryan, which I totally forgot that it was.
It's based on a Tom Clancy
Yeah.
Book. So
Which
many
I've read most
hanging
of
out with
those.
us here live have read the book or read multiple of the Tom Clancy books.
Or seen many of the
Or
Jack
seen
Ryan
many
movies
of the
or TV
movies
shows.
or TV shows. I know, and there have been a lot of Jack Ryans in this one.
Yeah.
In this one, we have Alec Baldwin as Jack Ryan, which
I had to pause the movie and be like, is that Alec Baldwin? Because his hair has color.
Mm-hmm.
He has like black hair, or very dark brown, but like very dark hair, and it's a full head of dark hair. And I'm like, hasn't he been Salt and Pepper my whole life? Like, who is this?
Apparently
Which
not your whole
Baldwin
life.
is
'Cause this was
this?
1990, and
I
he
forgot.
was young. Yeah.
Completely forgot what he looked like with color in his hair. It was, yeah, I was like, what Baldwin is that? Because there's like 100 of them, right? All
there are
brothers.
a lot of Baldwins, yeah.
Like, which one? I'm like, oh my God, it is Alec.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
No,
good,
he was phenomenal in this. So this is the movie that if you haven't seen this, or you haven't seen this in a long time, this is the movie that every 3 seconds, the annoying person in the room, usually me, is like, I know that guy. Oh, that guy.
Yes.
Oh, that lady.
Oh, my
that guy.
God. The Papa Skarsgård, the father of the Skarsgård clan. I called him Papa Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I say that?
They're
Anyways.
Smurfs. They're Smurfs. Yeah.
So the whole acting family, he was in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, his sons do look like a young him. Like,
You're so funny because you were saying that, and I was like, oh, the man from Mamma Mia.
the man from Mamma Mia. I'm
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Swedish vampire daddy, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Okay.
All the things, but yeah, yeah, he's in it. As Dane is saying, Jonesy was 100% my favorite character. I don't know if that actor. I don't remember him from other things. I'd have to look up his name to figure out whether or not he was in
Yeah,
other
I'd have
things.
to see what
But
I
he was
recognize
so
him. I just don't know
good.
what else he was in.
Yeah. I
Off the
just
top of
really
my head.
enjoyed. I just like thoroughly enjoyed his character. Well, before we jump like too far into it, I need to just like put this out there because it's in like virtually every single review, and it just merits discussing just a little bit. Is that this movie has Sean Connery in it, which just takes me back and reminds me how much I miss Sean
love Sean
Connery, how
Connery.
much I love
miss Sean Connery
He can do
movies.
no wrong in our minds.
None.
But what I loved about this one is like, I guess so he has just a full Sean Connery Scottish accent because he was born in Edinburgh. And
Okay.
but
As a
he's
Scottish
playing a
person, I'm
Russian.
going to say as a Scottish person, his accent is
a Sean Connery accent.
his own
Yes,
accent. Like,
yeah.
It's his own thing.
Yeah.
Like people from Glasgow don't typically sound like that. Like it's just Connery. He sounds like that.
Yeah.
He's the only one who sounds like that. We all love him.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I do love about, so I immediately was like, the movie actually does a really clever thing, which I haven't seen in very many other movies, if any, that I can think of. I'm sure there are probably a couple, but it starts off with them speaking Russian on the sub.
Mhm.
Like we're in the Russian sub.
the
Connery's
Russians
there.
are
The Russians are
speaking
speaking Russian, and it's translated on the bottom. And you're like, and at first, it's been a while since I've seen this. I saw it much when I was a kid, right? So I was watching and I was like, oh, I guess they just speak Russian the entire time. And then it pauses for a second and kind of like pulls back, and then they just change into English. And which I liked. I actually thought that was a great way to do that. So we didn't have to worry about it. We didn't have to that's great for a big
Didn't
budget
have to
movie.
sit there and read subtitles and
Yeah.
And like a lot of, I don't know, there were not a lot of Russian actors in the movie.
No,
there
there
were
were
some,
very few.
but
if
like
any,
the principal Russian characters were all played by like people from all over the world.
big budget, mostly American actors. Yeah.
Sean Connery, the
Sam
British
Neill.
guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam Neill. Or is he Australian? New Zealand? Where is he from? He's from the
Oh, you're right.
He's
Yeah,
not
American. Yeah.
Not American. And
But what
then
I loved
Stellan
is-
Skarsgård.
What I loved
And
was
then-
him though, because
He was so Russian
So-
sounding.
Connery just is himself. He's got his Connery accent, right? Which I'm like here for. Fine.
Which,
I'm
he's from
believing
New
it.
Zealand. Haha. I was right.
But Sam Neill, like, I thought it was interesting
does the accent.
that Sam Neill does the accent, but to my memory, he's the only one that does. Everyone else just like has their own accent.
Oh, there was
which is kind of weird.
The minister of whatever kind. Because so there's a lot of moving parts. We have the sailors on
The Russian sub.
the Russian sub, but there's also an American sub that's going around, and
Yeah.
they just seem to be listening to shit and keeping an eye on
Espionage.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're just around.
Yeah.
So, because subs are apparently just perpetually
Everywhere.
in the
Yeah.
water, everywhere, protecting underwater borders.
I don't want to think too much about it. I'm going to be upset, but it's fine.
Whatever. Like, oh, which by the way, this all takes place off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. Like, dear God. So we have the American submarine. We have a couple of Russian submarines, or a few. We have also. So Alec Baldwin, who's Jack Ryan, works for the CIA. He's an analyst. We have him living in London and then traveling to the US because he noticed something off about the picture
Of the
that
sub. Yeah.
spies have found of the sub before it got launched into the water that same day.
Mhm.
So he's going to the US, ends up at the Pentagon,
Mhm.
and then he's on the boat. Anyway, so there's people, and then there's politicians. I don't know if they're in America, like in the White House, maybe. There's like an American politician and a Russian politician speaking.
They're in. I think they're in
And
America because they're in the
I think
Americans'
they're in
office.
America.
So yeah,
Okay, I couldn't remember if there was a flag in there or not. So, like, which
the
flag it
American
was.
is behind the big desk questioning the other guy. So I assume it's in America.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of different moving parts, and everybody's having different conversations, and Jack Ryan is trying to get everybody on the same page because he's the analyst and the only one who's figured out that this submarine, which is scary because it has a stealth mode, so it has a silent, like a caterpillar propulsion something.
Not
I
engineers.
tried to pay
but it's
attention.
wicked quiet. It doesn't make any sound, so it's sneaky. It can sneak up behind you and you
real
don't hear it.
sneaky sub.
Really sneaky sub. Yeah.
So he realizes that because this one particular captain happens to be manning the submarine, and the way that the submarine seems to be possibly maneuvering means that he might want to defect.
Well, he's also
from Russia.
He's also met the captain of the sub, who is played by Sean Connery,
Yes.
and he knows the backstory. Jack Ryan knows the backstory of this captain, and this captain
he's an analyst.
Because he's an
He has
analyst.
all the info.
He's got all
in
the
his
information.
head.
He knows that this captain has lost his wife, and he's like very, very well respected. He curated this group of people. He's leading this it's like, and so he knows, but then it's a game of he is trying to convince the
find the boat.
Americans not to just blow up this submarine.
Well, start a war.
And start
So
a war.
The Americans, he has to convince the Americans not to start a war. They also have to try and get this submarine before the Russians blow it up, or before the Russians realize that it's trying to defect.
And they have to get it in a way that doesn't alert the Russians to think they stole it, which would also start war.
Yes,
so they
start
have to
a
be
war.
sneaky. Lots of sneakiness.
Yeah. Yes. So there's a lot of, again, so it's a lot of suspense and a lot of intellect that's going into figuring out. It's not just like we're hunting for the ship that's called Red October.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna hunt this ship down, and like you have to be really clever and stealth about it.
Yeah.
So it's like a chess game, you know,
Yeah.
like you
is
have to think a few steps ahead.
It is like
which
a
Alec
chess
Baldwin
game,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
really-
Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery are playing
the game.
chess.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, and everybody else is around.
everybody else is around. I really liked this type of movie, and I think it's been a while since I've watched something like this. I feel like the more modern action movies that I've been watching have the like super The Rock level jacked guy, and there's like explosions everywhere, and there's like a lot of like physical shoot 'em up, blowing up things.
There is a good
which I'm on board with
for that. Yeah,
I'm here for that. And I love that we're reintroducing more of like the comedy action, which I'm 100% on board for. We've reviewed some of those movies before.
Yeah.
But I really liked that in this one, like it's the smart, like nerdy guy that is able to solve this, and it has nothing to do with manpower or weaponry or how good he is at fighting. It has to do with like
the nerds save the day.
It's the chess game, like you said. Like he has to be able to convince enough people from his own
the Cold
team
War
to
had
solve
barely ended, right? Like, I mean, mind you, from what I understand, there are certain like Putin doesn't think the Cold War ever ended, but you know, we are where we are today in the real world. It was a little triggering watching the movie. I was like, it's not a good time to be talking about how shit Putin is.
Well, almost all of the movies.
Find this episode. If this episode disappears off of YouTube, you know why.
Yeah.
God, they would.
I mean, in the 80s and the 90s, like the bad guys were all Germans or Russians, right?
They named this particular political leader who's been in political power for this long, like actually. So he was mentioned in the movie. I'm like, oh.
Paul's got some fun facts coming in. So fun fact number one, when the movie was first released on VHS in 1991, the tapes were red. So that's really fun. I wish I had a red tape. It's also the cinematic debut of Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan character, who we were talking about. This character has also been played by Harrison Ford, like a number of really big name actors.
I think not George Clooney, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I think Ben Affleck more recently.
Did Tom Cruise do it? Or was he Archer? I feel like Tom Cruise did it. There's
Tom Cruise did Jack Reacher, which in my mind I confused Jack Reacher. He may have done both, but I confused Jack Reacher and Jack Ryan. Jack Reacher is more shoot 'em up, muscle.
And then what's that cute nerdy guy that married Emily Blunt and got buff?
Krasinski. I think he is the new. I think he is the new
in the TV series.
Jack Ryan in the TV series, which I haven't.
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I've never
like the cute nerdy guy that got
read
buff.
I know exactly. Knew exactly what you meant.
You know exactly what I'm
got you. Like the Ken doll.
You're like Krasinski.
Krasinski, the nerdy guy. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about before. Paul is saying to help the audience quickly grasp which sub's interior they were seeing as the movie jumped from scene to scene. The filmmakers created a subtle lighting scheme. Oh, actually, this is not what we're talking about.
Yeah, the Russian subs were red. Like the backlighting was sort of reddish toned, which is super clever because it does make it. Because honestly, the inside of a submarine is the inside of a submarine. Oh, there we go.
Right? we were wrong about this actually. So blue for Red October, green for the Alpha class, and red for Dallas.
Oh,
so it was different. All right, yeah, interesting. The set design would have been really tricky actually for this one because it's again it's a lot of like closed contained spaces, blinky lights, sounds. Like there was a lot of silence and a lot of like sonar sounds and different things in this film, which again, like the sound design and the set design would have been much more important than in other movies, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And this is interesting too. So Jack Ryan, Alec Baldwin's character, and Marco Ramius, Sir Sean Connery don't actually come face to face until like basically the end of the movie, which is again talks.
Yeah, it's like kind of the really at the end, and they're like off the Canadian coast, where Alec Baldwin went fishing with his dad when he was younger. Like, and you see them pop up at the. Looking out.
Okay, we need to talk about this scene. So this whole movie is like slightly triggering for me because the idea of being in a submarine is like it makes me like want to pull my skin off. But I think the scariest scene in this movie for me was the scene where Jack Ryan realizes that like he needs to get on board the American sub so that he can reach them because they're the closest sub that is near Red October. And so like he realizes that in order to actually be successful, he's got to win over
that they've
this
been
sub.
tracking it too.
They've been tracking it.
Like
they know what's going on.
He realizes that they've caught it on the sonar because it doesn't sound like a typical submarine. It
because
sounds
of
like
Jonesy, who's our favorite
yes,
my favorite character.
yes.
But
Loved
so
his specs, great specs on that
great
guy.
specs, so many great specs. But so Jack Ryan realizes he needs to be on this. And if you've read the books or you know anything about this character, he has been in a helicopter crash and like was like one of the, I think the sole survivor, and was
He
like
was also in the
badly
Navy.
injured. He was in the he was, so he's got this like sordid past, and the only way to get onto this submarine, which is still wild to me, is like you need to get on a helicopter off of a ship, and we're gonna fly you over, and then the submarine is gonna come like up to
Pop
sea
up,
level,
open
pop
its hatch.
open its hatch, and we're just gonna like shake your body
ya.
aggressively around it,
Grab
and then
you
just
with
like
a hook.
they're gonna grab you with a hook, and of course it goes horribly wrong because the weather is terrible. And but that
He
just
basically
watching
had
that
to drop
scene
into the ocean.
was like, I was like, don't get him with the hook, don't get him with the hook. Oh my god,
I'm right. I was
a
like,
lot.
don't hook him.
It was a lot. I have a lot of trauma.
And then he
just
ended
from
up
that
having,
scene.
because of bad winds, crosswinds, he had to just like, he cut the line and dropped into the ocean, which would have been like hitting cement. And the captain had told him if you hit the water, you have 4 minutes to survive. So they had like 4 minutes to fish him out of the water because it was so cold.
I know, and then they get him into the
He
sub,
really had to go above and beyond to get onto that sub.
and he's like in like soaking wet clothes. He's freezing and whatever. They get him a coffee, and then they're like, "What are you doing here? Why are we?" And he has to
They're
convince
like,
them.
what you have to say is not super important right now. We have bigger shit to deal with. And he's like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's and Josh is saying the book was originally written and published in 1984, so the Cold War was still actively going on while the book was when the book came out. And Dana's very detail oriented. He was a Marine,
yes.
not in the Navy.
My bad. I'm crossing countries, and the Navy and the Marines are very, very different. Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, this one is one. So I almost missed you. I've seen this, but don't remember a thing about it. Yeah, we were saying it's been a while since. How long has it been since you'd seen it, Nat? It's been, I think, since I was a kid. The first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've rewatched it.
When we rented it as a family on VHS.
But not the red VHS. I would have remembered that.
I feel like I vaguely do. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen it, but I've read the books. So I feel like watching it, I couldn't quite remember what I remembered from the book or from watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because I would have read the books later than I had seen the movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah,
it's Dana's saying it's been a long time for him too. Yeah, it is amazing. So we were saying earlier that there's like so many like big name like understated performances throughout this movie.
Darth Vader's in it.
Darth Vader is in it. James Earl Jones. His presence,
love him.
like his voice, obviously his voice,
yeah,
epic. But even just like his presence and like he just has a gravitas. Like
he's a big guy. Like, yeah, he was very engaging, very good. Everybody was really good. So Connery's accent. So the thing that's
they had it is with
unique,
a Russian
right?
accent, but it was so bad that they were like, forget it, just be Sean Connery, and no one cared. Literally,
he can't even do a Glaswegian accent. He's from Glasgow. Like he does it. I would not be able to necessarily identify him as Scottish speaking, except for certain words that he says. No, but maybe not Scottish speaking because that is a language, the Scottish Gaelic, but he doesn't sound typically Scottish. So it's like he has this really predominant accent, this heavy accent, and it works in this film because we do understand it in English well because we're very well accustomed to Connery in film, and it does sound like a foreign accent. So it does work to represent like Russian, which is also a very heavy accent. So it does kind of have the right effect without him having to do another accent on top of what he's got going on naturally.
I do wonder if like, I mean, obviously we'll never know because it just is what it is. But like, I wonder if this movie was remade now with like a whole bunch of big name actors, and you had someone that like and they did the same thing where they just had everyone speak
with their own
accent. Like, would that be a big deal? Would it not? Like, this didn't like, people talk about it.
I think
so it's obviously like some level of like, oh yeah, but no one cared. Like, people still love this movie, and it still performed
worked,
really well. It worked.
I mean,
I
it
am
worked
curious
because
as
it
to
was
whether or not it would
Connery.
work. Yeah.
We don't have another Connery. That was a one-off.
No. Yeah.
Oh, and Tim Curry was in it. Our favorite.
Curry's in it. Yeah, this movie,
He
literally
was
every
great
scene
as the Weasley, but like, is he good? Is he Weasley? Is he the spy?
That's what
like
Curry is
Ramus
best at.
Spy? Curry was so good.
You're like, I don't know about you. That is Tim Curry, where you're like, are you bad or not?
Yeah.
that's the Tim Curry vibe.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was loyal to Russia. So in the case of, so like the heroes in the film were the Russians defecting, right? Because then America's going to get the technology. There was a group of people that were loyal to Ramos, to Sean Connery's character. Which, oh my gosh, when Sam Neill died, I just totally sidetracked myself. When Sam Neill died, I'm like, he's not going to get his round American woman.
Go to Montana for his wife, and then he gets his second wife.
But it killed me because he said, I want to live in Montana and have a round American woman. It killed me. I was like, that is so
I wanted
funny.
that dream for him too. And then he was like, he wanted his second wife in a different state. I was like,
to spend winters in Arizona.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted
Which
that
I'm
dream
like,
for him.
yeah, like Montana winters are supposed to be pretty brutal, and it would be nice to winter in a dry, warm state.
Yeah.
But his round American woman, that killed me. There are some really good lines in this movie, but that one really stuck.
Yeah, Dane's pointing out the best line. I would have liked to see Montana. It's so sad. It's so heartbreaking because he makes it like basically all the way to the end. So you have this chess game,
and then the one crazy person who was pretending to be a defector but was actually a spy working against the defectors.
The one loyal Russian. I do love that whole scene. So as Nat was saying, like, we had this back and forth, right? So you have like there's the Americans who are in on it, the Russians who are defecting, Jack Ryan, Captain Ramus, and then you have the Russians who don't know that they're defecting, but they're on the sub, so they have to get them off the sub without
Connery's trying to get them off the sub
without anyone knowing. So it's this elaborate.
Ryan helps them. Yeah,
exactly. It's this elaborate plan. So there's this moment where and you know that this is happening because you as a viewer are in on the story, but you don't know everything. So it is kind of an interesting, fun moment where the Americans are approaching. And the Russians, basically the defecting Russian submarine comes up, and so the Russians have been like surrendered over to, like, because they believe that they had a malfunction, a leak, and so the air is basically poisoned. So they have to leave the submarine. So they're on the top of the submarine, and so they get rescued by the Americans.
Yeah. An American ship who's in the area goes to help them out, which would be like, in a not case of war, is normal. Yeah. You help a sailor out. That's it, right? So
yeah. So they leave, but they're sitting on the top of the water watching, but you can't watch because the submarines are under the water. So the submarine goes back down, and they believe that their captain is scuttling the ship, and he's going, like, he's doing the right thing, the admirable thing for Russia. And meanwhile, he's down there, causing shenanigans and trying to help defect and get the Americans the sub. So there's this like back and forth, and the Americans help basically to cause an explosion. So there's this the only explosion in the movie, this giant water explosion, where the Russians who are watching above the water think that the captain has died. But there's like all these moments before that where they're like, oh, the captain is like tricked them. Like, it's this wonderful scene where they're like so excited for what they believe their captain is doing, but they have no idea what's actually going on. It's so layered on so many levels with all these different groups that it's really interesting.
How crazy Is it? And I'm like, does anybody know submarines? Doc probably does because he's done everything, every job. I'm like, was he a sailor? Okay, the
Probably.
submarines that go on top of each other.
They're
So
so
it's like
close.
the bottom
Yeah.
hatch. No,
Yeah.
but the bottom hatch goes to the
Oh,
top hatch,
yeah.
so the Americans
Yeah.
can climb down into the all underwater. I'm like, is that possible?
Yeah.
Is it possible to do that? I'm like, wow. Anyways, I'm like, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, wild.
What if you spring a leak? You know,
I do
like-
love that part because they like almost like
So
they
the Americans
leech
get
on
on
and
the ship.
attach to get
Yeah.
onto the Russian ship. But then there's a point where they're just like, screw it. Like, we need you to leave, get out of here. And they basically just like slam the door and tell the guy to take off. I'm like, wow, all right, it's intense down there. It was it's an interesting it was interesting to think about
It's
this
an
like
interesting-
little suction cup submarine that comes down. Dana's
It's
saying
interesting. I
rescue
wonder
subs
how.
exist. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That makes sense that they would have to go down to be
Yeah.
able to. They need that tech. I mean, it's basically just like a cup that goes over top of it. But yeah, how do they get the water out? I don't know. It's magic to
Well,
me.
there's.
Not an
I mean,
engineer.
there's got to be like a chamber and like a valve and a release. I'm saying words. I'm saying words. Dear Christ. Anyways, I'm sure it's possible, but it was interesting to see it, and I was just like, oh, ugh. Like, this is also under a lot of water and that's pressure, and it's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
It's the sounds. So it's the sound and the
Yeah.
lack of sound in this movie that I find to just be very like poignant and also creepy. Like the submarines in
Yes.
themselves are like the stars of this movie, right? Like the just like the power and the scariness of this Russian sub that literally can be anywhere and you just don't know is crazy. And then you have the
It's
American
a nuclear
subs
submarine as well, which
and
is
like
the scary part.
how close they come to each other. And what's even scarier about all of it is that like it's all underwater. So like the majority of people have no idea that any of this is even going on. And then the sounds as they're
And the maneuvering
descending
too.
and maneuvering around, like just the
What's that one maneuver that Ramus always pulls, the crazy Ivan?
Mhm.
So it's like sometimes he'll just stop the ship and then turn it around just to see if anybody's behind them.
Yeah.
Which then the Americans know of this because it's like a known Soviet maneuver.
Yeah.
That they try to hold back, but they're like, oh my God, this ship is so big that we might be too close. They could knock into us. So there's all this suspense. And also it's like there's shit in the water, right? You know, like cliffs and reefs and natural formations of the planet. So it's like they like to maneuver such big boats through all of this. I say boats because they called them boats in the movie. The people in the submarines kept calling it a boat while in the submarine, and I don't know if that's correct,
Yeah.
but they call it boat.
I'm in for it. I do like again, like I just think it's a really well done movie because again, it was 1990, so it was a long time ago. For me, 10 years ago, but for normal people, much longer. And so it is kind of remarkable that this is a movie where it was like technology focused. So like it had the potential to feel today really dated and really campy, and it really doesn't. Like, and I think a lot of it is just because they did such a great job of basically like a sci-fi feature, right? Like the Red October, the Caterpillar feature does not, to my knowledge, exist. But so it's like, it is futuristic and sci-fi and not a thing. Fingers crossed, right? Who knows? Obviously I am not Russian. Who knows what exists? But
we don't want anybody to have this technology.
But
it's
it felt true. But it felt like it did feel grounded enough and real enough that you were like, oh yeah, that feels believable in the Cold War. And it feels believable now. Like it's still,
I mean,
feels
has much
possible.
changed with submarines.
That's true, I guess. But like
and
even
water warfare. Is it called water warfare? Marine warfare?
I like water warfare.
Water?
The alliteration of it all works well for me.
Now I'm thinking about Kevin Costner in Waterworld, but that's another time.
Oh, there you go. Paul says that submarines are traditionally referred to as boats
Haha.
rather than
Well,
ships. So they are boats, not
Thank
ships.
you, Tom Clancy.
Which makes sense.
Doing it
Yeah.
right.
but yeah,
I mean, technically, it is a boat.
it is a boat. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
it is a bigger boat.
But I did like that. Like, I feel like it could have, and I guess that's because the
I feel like it
majority of
could
it was
happen
inside
today.
the subs. But like
Yeah.
even the shots where like the subs were like super close to each other, like they were like hiding behind each other or right above each other. Those scenes could have looked really like and they didn't either. So whatever technology they were using to
I mean,
make
they're not
the scenes, they looked great. It looked realistic.
probably models.
Yeah, it didn't like it would have been
And like,
hard to do
I
and it
don't
pulled off.
think, yeah, I agree. I don't think the look of submarines has changed
True.
radically. Like, we don't have like the shiny chrome Captain Nemo sort of ships, you know, like
Why not?
I feel like it,
Yeah.
which would be cool, but not very stealth. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's still believable now because the focus is not even necessarily like we know there's this advanced technology that everybody wants their hands on and they don't want certain people to have it, right?
Yeah.
So there's that, and that could be replaced, like you could replace X with Y and Z.
Mhm.
You know, it doesn't matter. It's just some technology that everybody wants to get
Yeah.
access to. But again, using this whole chess game sort of theme, like the wit and the intellect and stuff, to by making it a thriller instead of action, where we see a lot more like machine work in today's world, by keeping it all intellectual, it can translate into a more timeless space
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
viewers.
It's funny. I always kind of run my notes through ChatGPT and it refers to it as a very intense workplace communication movie, which I think is kind of brilliant because it really does come down to like the feeling of stress that you
Poor
have
communication.
is all due to poor communication, right? It's like it's miscommunication, it's assumptions that people are making, it's these tiny decisions with massive consequences.
Well,
like
even at the beginning, when Alec Baldwin is at the Pentagon and everybody realizes, like, okay, this submarine is active, it's in the water, this technology is real, it has a stealth mode, it's silent, you know, so
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, Russia's gonna blow America up, and everybody's panicking and everybody's talking over each other. And then when Alec Baldwin realizes who's captaining the ship, and it's the 1 year anniversary of the guy's wife's death, and he puts all of those puzzle pieces together in his CIA analytical brain, and he just starts laughing. And it's kind of like that bucket of cold water where everybody in the room is like, what? Like, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
And without that, like, they wouldn't have listened to him,
No.
you know, without it's his realization of the absurdity of all of it, of having like the top like naval captain in the Soviet Union, historically speaking, defecting, you know, like it's just the absurdity that makes him laugh, and that like gets the communication across. Otherwise, yes, it's a difficult workplace communication situation.
It's a very intense workplace communication.
It was like
movie.
a reply all email that people are just not reading the thread.
Or misunderstanding what they're like. Well, this guy thinks it's like a broken it's a game of broken telephone, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the players in that room of that scene that you're describing was Ramius's father-in-law, I believe. So like one of them knew that because he had written a letter to him. So like one of them knew that he was considering defecting, but it's still this game of like, is he
They had that intel.
Like they had that intel, but you still have to like how much time are you willing to give on that bet? Because if he's not, people will die. Like lots of people will die, right? So it is difficult to make those decisions.
Is this movie takes place in like, it's not like a week or a month or 6 months. It's like
3 days.
Hours.
Yeah.
Like barely. It's like, I don't know.
They give him, I think,
how long
3 days total to get in touch. But I think it ends up being faster than that. So it's hours, it's day, like very brief amount of time.
Yeah,
I mean, which I think is
in situations like that, I imagine that the people in those positions have to move very quickly and make snap decisions, which is why people like Jack Ryan are super important. You have to have the the intel has to be brought in, but it has to be analyzed, and that's why his character is so important because it it makes more sense in the book because you get to know him better.
Mm-hmm.
But in the movie, it's kind of like this guy writes like biographies on foreign warfare.
That
Like,
Raimi
why
says
is
are
he
wrong.
in the room? Yeah, which I thought was really funny.
I love that moment where they're like, yeah, they're getting to
Oh,
know
he's like,
each
oh,
other.
you wrote this
Yeah.
book. You had his personality completely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, you're completely wrong. I love
Like
that
his
moment.
life's work.
And I do.
Yeah.
The other moment I really love is and you mentioned it briefly earlier, but there's the American and then the Russian who they're having like conversations back and forth, and they're both lying to each other, right? So like the Russian is like,
and they know
we
they're lying
lost
to each
one
other.
of our subs, and we need to figure it out. And I do
It's
love
missing in action. It's a rescue mission.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, we're just going to murder our own people because they're not behaving.
Yeah. And I do love the very, very end. So like, at this point, the sub that they have defected and the sub is in the hands of the Americans, and they've pulled it all off, and they've hidden the sub. And then there's a scene at the end with the American and the Russian is like, well, we can't find that sub. And like, so they basically have lost like 2 subs. And the American's like, so you lost another one of your submarines? And it's just so like hilarious and ridiculous. And the humor, the few moments of humor in this are just really brilliantly done. And the quotes are fantastic. Because again, it is like a mind game all the way through. And it's so layered in no one knows the full story. Everyone has a different piece, but none of them can be 100% honest with each other. So you're just kind of watching all these different layers as they're peeling it all back, right?
I love the part when the Americans board the Red October, the Russian ship.
With the suction cup.
With the suction cup. Wild. And then there's the engineer. So the Russian engineer, which I'm like, is the most Russian looking person.
Yeah, is the only Russian looking person. Yeah.
He's wearing his orange mechanic suit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's got his orange onesie. He has his like glasses and the cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's like halfway on the ladder, just like looking at them, like all hunched over with the cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I'm like, it was really funny. He was just so very Ruski looking that it was a good shot where you got to see like all of the Russians and all of the Americans sort of eyeing each other up for that like split second.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I mean, this movie is what you get when it is like a phenomenal story based on a best-selling book, and you just spend all of the money on every incredible actor out there. You're like, you know what? Yeah. All in. We're just gonna hire every incredible actor out there. And has the potential, I suppose. Like there's been other movies where they've thrown a bunch of money at a bunch of famous people and it has not worked out. But this one, it really
it's not the same. Like I find now when they do an ensemble cast, like an all-star sort of ensemble cast, everybody, like people didn't just like, now they don't want to do just the part that they get. They want
that's true
to have it's an ensemble cast, so they all want their star moment. So it's like kind of like the Knives Out movies.
Yeah.
Not so much the first one, but the second one where really each character had to be this like over the top because like everybody in it was super famous, Yeah. Whereas in this, everybody just did their part and did it super well. It's
I suppose
a very different.
True. Although
like,
I
we don't
in the
do
defense,
it like that anymore.
You did have like, this was like prime Sean Connery moment. So he was like, he was very, very
Connery,
famous.
Prime Baldwin,
this
James
was
Earl Jones, Sam Neill.
Newer Baldwin. And what year did Jurassic Park, like, so some of these were like but
newer
actor. There was still
I suppose.
Yeah, so Dana's saying like they were good actors, but were they expensive actors? This was still like early days probably for some of them.
Yeah,
so
it was the early 90s.
There was still a hierarchy probably to some extent, but definitely James Earl Jones and Sean Connery were
But
big
like he
names.
didn't make a big deal. Like his character didn't need his whole own backstory. You know, like he went in, he did his job, he did it
He's
better
like,
than
I'm
anybody
Darth
else would have.
Vader. I can do whatever
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
want.
You know, like I
Yeah.
just find in movies now with
True.
ensemble casts, there has to be more of a special treatment for the actors, whereas like in this movie, as an example, it's more just like everybody went in and hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
Not to say that in the Knives Out movies they don't.
Yeah.
I really liked the first one except for the very end, and I really liked the third one, except it's missing a certain plot point. Like it was just
I haven't seen
editing
that one
in
yet.
both. It's really, really good. It's really good. It's probably the best of the three.
All right, I'm in.
But like the first, there's just like a slight editing issue that I was like, why did they just leave that one thing out? Which you will get because you read murder mysteries all the time. But anyways, it's very good. I didn't like the second one. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, I didn't really like the second one either, if I'm being honest.
But I really
like the
third
first,
one.
and
Good
I've heard
watch.
good things about the third one. All right, well, some fun facts since we're nearing the end of our time. Well, one from Paul first. Paul says, eventually Nintendo released a 8-bit video game based on the movie Hunt for Red October, which I
think I have it.
I think we either, I was going to say someone had it. So
One of
either
us
we
had
did
it.
or either I did or you did. And then
Katie and I lived across the street from each other growing up, so there
easy
is
to
a
borrow.
lot of memory confusion of who had what in which house.
I do love these facts. So this is actually one of the few movies in existence where the Navy fully cooperated with the production of this, and a lot of the extras in this movie were Navy personnel, which I think is probably what makes it as accurate.
Yeah.
And not that I would have noticed, because I don't know anything
the way
about
they
anything.
move, the way they move in the
Yeah.
boats, and the chaos of it when they're in action, right? Like when they're changing the course of the ship, doing a maneuver or whatever, there's a lot of moving pieces and everybody's running around and it's very chaotic. But there's a choreography to
There
it
is,
that
yeah.
that the movie shows us, like, this is what professionals are like in this field. And it makes sense that they were actually Navy people. So good job, guys.
And then it did, as many of these movies that we review, but this one did launch an entire genre of what they refer to as smart thrillers. So this was one of many in the smart thriller genre, which I think is great. I'm here for
I don't know why. I don't know why in my head just popped up Michael Keaton, Mercury Rising.
Oh, yeah.
Or was that Michael Keaton or was that Bruce Willis?
Oh, I gotta look it up.
I can't remember.
I gotta look it up.
And I don't even remember what Mercury Rising
Don't even
is,
know what
but I
it's
think
about.
it
Let's
was
look
a
it up.
suspense thriller.
Mercury Rising.
Why
Live
did that
review.
movie pop into my head?
I don't know. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Okay,
Bruce
so I got it
Willis.
right.
He
Almost.
stars as Art Jeffries, a renegade FBI agent who combats ruthless federal agents to protect Simon, a 9-year-old autistic boy who is cracked
Why did I
the
think of
government's
that?
new unbreakable code. Yeah, I remember enjoying that one. 1998. We'll add it to the list. It's probably not
It's on the list, guys. Well, it is now.
It is now. It is now. We're going to go back in and drop it into the list. We have some fun ones coming up.
Mercury Rising.
So I believe next week we have, I believe it's Mrs. Doubtfire next week, which we've been putting off for a while. Whether or not Mrs. Doubtfire holds up, we don't know. Maybe not. Do you think this one holds up, Nat?
This one, yes.
This one, yes.
For
I
all the
agree.
reasons we discussed
Yeah, for all the
in the
reasons
past
we've
hour.
discussed. All right, well, we're here at the end. So how many sonar ratings / potatoes / submarines / intense eye contact moments would you give this out of
You could also
5?
use Scottish flags or
Scottish
unicorns.
flags.
Unicorns, because I shit you not, unicorns are actually the national animal of Scotland.
As
you can Google it.
they should be. Yeah.
They are. My theory behind that reasoning is when the British invaded and somebody was like taking down for the records, like, okay, what's the national flower? Thistle. What's the national color? What's the national animal? And the Scots were just fucking with the British and said it's a feckin' unicorn. Anyways, but it is.
How many unicorns then, Nat?
How many unicorns? 4, 5. It's
five.
top marks. Top marks.
Dane went 5
Top marks all
boats.
around.
5 boats.
Yeah.
5 boats. Let's see where I was
I
at.
can't think of. There's no flaw really.
Oh, I stayed 5 from last week.
Five taters.
I stayed 5 taters from last week.
Yeah.
This is my in between design where I have like 1 tater up here on this side. Woo, this way.
Still there.
Yeah. One extra tater. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with this movie.
Nothing wrong with this movie. Nothing wrong with this movie. It holds up. It's a fun watch.
Yeah.
It's a fun rewatch. It makes me want to read the book.
It's a good book. Tom Clancy's books are so good.
So good. Yeah, so good.
I mean, could we fit that in between all of our other readings, Katie? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Paul agrees.
We are going on a Poirot.
5.
Katie and I are going on I said a Poirot. We're going on a Christie kick this year.
Yeah, because I can only do the most. So I signed myself up for a Agatha Christie reading challenge, and the reading challenge is very simple. It's like read 1 Agatha Christie book a month, and here is the guide. And I was like, in. So I signed up, and I finished the first book for the month, and I like wrote it out. And then I was like, how many murder mystery detective books does Agatha Christie have? Because she has
a
other
lot,
books. 66. And I was like, 66. I can do that. They're thin.
In a year? 100%.
In a year, 100%.
Yeah,
so
yeah, 100%.
I have just Katied up my list of Agatha Christie books. So I'm all in. Paul couldn't find a sub, so he voted in potatoes. We have 5 anchors. Anchors is a good way.
Ooh.
Anchors is a good way.
Good call, Cherie.
yeah. Josh is saying 4 boats because he has seen it, but it's been about 20 years since he's seen it. That's not possible, Josh, because this came out 10 years ago, 1990. So you've made a mistake there.
Katie's making her own timeline up.
That's what we're living timeline, no matter what year it is, it's the year 2000. So everything is relative around the year 2000 for me. So this was 10 years ago as far as it goes. Well, I'm so glad we were able to pull this off this week, and thank you to everyone again for being patient with me. I just overdid it.
And me, like, to be fair, I was like, oh no, you think we might want to cancel today, Katie? Aw.
But we knew we couldn't cancel because we have a great schedule coming up, and I didn't want to cancel because we
just
didn't want to bump
until we were both feeling better.
Doubtfire is next week, so thank you for being on our shifting schedule.
I don't know. I'm gonna warn you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I love Robin Williams. It's not the jokes. It's just as an adult, I feel like Sally Fields would need to have him arrested.
She probably would
in this movie, from what I remember.
I
feel she's not safe. I feel as an adult woman.
If it goes really sideways next week. Halfway through, if it goes really sideways and Nat's feeling all kinds of way about it, we will just shift from reviewing Mrs. Doubtfire to reviewing Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which was so much fun rewatching with you all.
It was so much fun.
So if you
we could review movies. Like, we almost never do movies that we don't like, and if I don't like this, then watch out, VHS Club, our first one tater review.
Oh my goodness, Val has seen next week's episode too.
Woo! Yay, Val!
We're on a roll, and thank you. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. We got so many kind notes. I was not sick. I was just beside myself. I just did too much and got myself a little bit into a bad headspace. Oh, there you go. Okay, all right. So it might be okay. There are some great moments in Mrs. Doubtfire. It's going to be funny. We're going to focus on the funny. It may not hold
Robin
up,
Williams is funny. I just feel the situation of an ex-wife being stalked,
being gaslit by her ex-husband,
and gaslit. And it's just a whole level of creepy. Like, he moves into her house. It just screams very dangerous to me. I'm like, but I do love things like Flyby
in Red Flags. How many red flags?
There's so, the real life implications is scary, but Robin Williams is so funny. Will that charm make the creep factor go away from me? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Join us next week to find out.
And like the whole cast is fantastic too. Yeah. So I'm excited to rewatch it because I might hate it.
It's gonna be a ride either way. So yeah, we will look forward to it. And if you are not,
like the flyby fruity thing. That was funny. I remember that.
If you are not on our email list, this is our reminder here at the end of the episode that you can join our email list at any point by going over to the vhsclubpod.com/email. We're going to drop a QR code here at the end of the episode. If you're watching by video, you can just scan it and add yourself in. We're changing it up. It's how we communicate with you when things go awry like it did this week. So it's a good thing to be on the list, and we'll be constantly adding extra stuff in as we go. And we do watch parties. So we just this week on Wednesday did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So shout out to Josh and others who joined us for that. We really appreciate that. We take votes. We're happy to roll whatever movie, super casual, fun experience. That was a blast. It was so much fun. That movie is so fun. I loved every moment of it.
Frood.
I loved it. I loved it. We need to review that one.
The best
so
lines.
good.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everyone for joining us for that. And yeah,
so great.
It's so good.
I'm sorry.
So great.
It was. The way these two Valley girls, and by Valley girls I mean Bill and Ted, the way
that one holds up for me.
enunciate all of the historical figures' names, it kills me. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Kathy is saying that Kathy that sent some votes saying that it holds up.
Okay, good.
It's gonna win us over. I am
preemptively worried.
All right, it's gonna win us over. I'm here for it.
I'm sure it will. It will. Robin Williams is a genius. I love his comedy. So.
Oh, well, thank you so much, everyone who hung out with us here in the live studio audience. If you want to join us, we are here most Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, or you can listen and watch wherever you get your podcasts. Whenever we get around to releasing it, we do watch parties once a month, usually on Wednesdays. And you can find out about that again by going over to the vhsclubpod.com/email. We are not spammers. We are just 90s level emailing people. That's us. They saved the babes. They sure did, Kathy. They saved those babes. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you all next week. Bye,
guys.
Kidnapped